What's up everyone, welcome back to a Total Sport video, and today is a very, very, very special one and an exclusive one that I'm sure you all will enjoy. I'm going to see Cardiff City against Middlesbrough. Now usually there'll be a load of Cardiff City Middlesbrough vloggers there, but unfortunately due to the coronavirus pandemic that's not possible. But I'm going to try my best to emulate as much of the atmosphere that they can do, as I'm going as press for a website, Prost International. It's my first accreditation in the Championship. I've been to Newport County 3 times and I've been to Forest Green Rovers once, so I'm really looking forward to getting my teeth stuck in at the Championship level. With Neil Warnock returning to the club, it's going to be a real cagey affair between his former club and his new club, Middlesbrough. He was appointed this summer and kept them in the Championship, did his job as he always does, like he did with Cardiff, and he even got Cardiff into the Premier League despite leaving last year after a pretty dismal start to the Championship season. Harris's side sit in 13th, with Warnock's side just ahead of them in 11th, and Warnock's side are unbeaten in 5. The last time Warnock himself actually beat Cardiff away from home though was in 2006 as the boss of Sheffield United. And Middlesbrough themselves have a pretty dismal record in South Wales. They've lost 15 of their last 19 games away at Cardiff, whether that be at the Cardiff City Stadium or the Millennium Stadium. I also forgot to mention, if you haven't already, go and check out all my work on Prost International and subscribe to TotalSport. We're nearly at 1.05k, so we want to get to 1.1k pretty soon. And yeah, hopefully content like this will be okay, but I'll try and get some good pictures for you. I won't be taking this camera because I know I don't want to ruin it, but yeah, I'm taking it very, very carefully with it. But I'll try and get some pictures and stuff. And anything I can from the game that I legally can do. Let's just get into this. In we go. I am wrapped up nice and warm. Apologies for any pretty awful camera work. I'm going to be trying to do as much as I can during this game, but it's a 40-minute walk and I have no idea where I'm going, so that helps. So I may be stopping at certain points, but who knows. Pretty darn wet out here. It's going to be a fun walk. Don't know whether I might cave in and get an Uber later though. It's a lot weirder actually being around here because I've just gone into local lockdown, the firebreaker lockdown. And yes, it seems quite busy, but this is nothing for Cardiff. Seeing like 5 cars in the street, it's really, really strange, like, especially when you've been here for such a short time and you're so used seeing so much around. 17 days this is meant to be, so hopefully we'll be out of it. Coronavirus cases will be down, but luckily the football's still on in the EFL. The Swansea, Newport and Cardiff, so I'll be going to most of their games. Hopefully we'll be getting a bit more footage for you lot, but yeah, it is very, very strange being around when it's this desolate. So I'm unsure whether you'll be able to tell how actually soaking wet I am, but I'll just get a quick shot here because it's the only place that's actually dry. You can just see through there the Cardiff City Stadium. Well, I'll be going in there now. I won't be able to film very much. But yeah, see you in a bit. So we are in at the Cardiff City Stadium, plenty of time and wait around, get the report started for Prost now. Hopefully should be all good and the pitch is looking like a carpet. So there we go. I couldn't get too much footage inside the stadium because I wasn't too sure on the laws and stuff like that, but it did finish Cardiff City 1, Middlesbrough 1. I will give my post-match thoughts properly when I get home, but I've got another 40-minute walk to get back, so that's nice and fun. But there's the stadium in the background there. Really good laugh. Reports out on Prost International already. We're going to do a feature on Liverpool's Sheyi, who's on loan at Cardiff, who absolutely tore it up today. He was absolutely excellent. Reminded me of when he played for us 2015-16 when we went in the Europa League final, and Ojo played in the Premier League that season, and he was excellent today. It was a very, very similar performance. Harry Wilson wasn't really at his best, but hey, Warnock's wonderful fruity language was brilliant to hear. You know, it was such a good laugh. But there we go. I'll give you my post-match thoughts just in a minute. Well, for you lot, but it's in 40 minutes for me. So there we go. So Cardiff City took on Middlesbrough in today's Sky Bet Championship fixture. Obviously, Neil Warnock returning to his former club being the narrative pre-game, and his side actually left out Britt Assombalonga after he picked up an injury, but he was on the bench and did come on in the end. Cardiff City made 4 changes, with Kiefer Moore coming back in amongst 3 others. Jordan Osei-Tutu unfortunately picked up an injury as well in the match. Joe Rawls also came back in. During the start of the game, it was a bit cagey, both sides exchanging long balls. Harry Wilson had a chance early on, but dragged wide, and it was Middlesbrough who took the lead pretty much against the run of play, actually, with about 8 or 9 minutes to go of the half. Crossed in from Marcus Tavernier from the corner, and nodded in by George Saville, his second in 2 games after netting at Ashton Gate earlier this week for 3 points there. But he would only get 1 point here, as the man I'll do the feature on Prost International tomorrow, Sheyi Ojo, on loan from Liverpool, netted after a great corner, nodded from the back post by Kiefer Moore, and put in by Ojo on the line. But it wasn't just that typified his performance. His open play, just the way he took on the right-hand side of Middlesbrough's defence. It's just fantastic, and I'm sure Jurgen Klopp will keep an eye on it, or at least to get some money for it, because he was excellent back in 2015-16 when he was given the chance. Cardiff drop to 15th in the table, while Middlesbrough vacate where Cardiff were before, 13th place. It means Neil Warnock has now gone 7 games without a win against Cardiff in South Wales. Obviously he has been Cardiff manager, so he has beaten Cardiff. But yeah, as a manager he hasn't won there since 2006 when he was in charge of Sheffield United. My feature, as I said, will come on Prost International tomorrow, and yeah, thank you.